Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Beyond Reality for Beyond Mystic. I'm SOLRETA Antaria and we have a 10-10 situation here today, meaning that it's the 10th of October, so literally 10-10. So I love it when we get those specific dates or combinations that are like activations and windows. So will be interesting to look into this week. We also have the the new moon coming up, which will be a new moon eclipse in Libra, which is really interesting. It's all about new beginnings, hope. We've been through like the letting go phase. I know for some of you that is still happening with that Aries full moon that we had last month. But yeah, this is all about new beginnings and hope. I'm just reading my notes. It is in Venus energy for both the eclipses this month as well. So a lot of love, relationship things coming up, a lot of like really looking into like what you need on a higher level and on an emotional level. I know is coming up for a lot of my clients at the moment too. It's almost like a stock take type situation is what we're seeing. So before we get too into that, I just wanted to remind you guys to please like, share, and subscribe with Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. Remembering we also have Rumble. So I'm saying hello to all of you on Rumble and on YouTube. It's so lovely to see you on both platforms and to see your comments. Also, just want to remind you guys, for those that are looking for sessions, I'm quite booked out until February at this stage, but occasionally you will see like a little opening. If someone's done a switch around of dates or things like that, you'll see sometimes that there's a little spot pop up. So please keep an eye out for that because they do go very, very quickly, especially at the moment with this huge transition time that we're in with the eclipses. Appointments are a little bit harder to get. But if you do go over to Mason Jupiter, use the discount code in all caps, Beyond Mystic, for your next 10% off for your reading. I have the starseed readings, and in that we look into galactic origins, really kind of look into more like your soul mission, and a lot of past life stuff will often come up, or parallel lifetime or multidimensionality type things will come up. With the mystical oracle reading, this one is more kind of like centered around like asking questions, really looking and deep diving into a lot of different areas of life. Both sessions, though, we do work with quantum jump type things. So it's a lot of fun. And you do get an aura drawing with both. So we do a current kind of pulse check energetically, what's happening. I read into the different energy bodies and tell you exactly what's happening. So let's get into this week's reading. I'm excited to see what's coming up with all of this eclipse energy. And I just saw Ace of Discs. So there could literally be new beginnings for you guys on a very physical level. I also feel to use my Love Oracle deck today, Tony Carmine Salerno deck, which is one of my original decks back from when I was a teenager. So let's have a look and see what comes up. So we've got 4 cards for this week. I'm just going to feel into these and then we'll flip them over in a second. I'm actually feeling like a lot of Lemurian energy coming up too. There's a lot of parallel Lemurian lifetimes that I'm seeing come up for many of us at the moment. So what is it that you guys were doing individually in your Lemurian lifetimes? Spirit is asking us to look in, to feel into these lifetimes, to feel into your connection with the earth from that time, to perhaps look into like the medicines and also the types of jobs or roles that you would have had in that lifetime. Maybe it was communicating and talking with animals. The other thing Spirit has been showing up this week is with the birds. Really look for the signs with the birds at the moment. I've had magpies literally coming right up to me in little groups and things lately. And, just talking to them, they're coming really close. They're not scared anymore. And this is part of the prophecy that Auntie Minnie Mace, one of our gorgeous Australian elders over here, spoke about, that the third sign that we were in the final stages of the shift, that the birds would start acting strange. And I know from my clients that you guys are also experiencing the same thing. So please pop in the comments below if there's anything you guys are experiencing with the animals or with the birds. The other thing that I wanted to mention too, with this Lemurian energy and this multidimensionality, so us here in Earth realm, this Lemurian lifetime vibrating quite strong, and even Atlantean lifetimes for people at the moment. What I'm also seeing is this crossover effect between like the waking and the dream reality. And I know someone left a comment which I'm just saying thank you for on YouTube last week about, I forget the name of it, hypergia or something. I cannot pronounce it, but it's that state where you go from like sleeping to waking and there's like a lucid kind of crossover effect. That is happening more and more and more. So take note of it. It is a sign that we are in this shift energy. We are starting to realize or feel into this expanded state of reality. So let's flip over the cards and see what's coming up. So this is interesting energy, 7 of Cups. So with this 7 of Cups energy, we do see that we are still kind of purging or letting go of deep emotional energy. So where we talked about with Aries full moon that we had last month as well, this is Venus and Scorpio energy. So there's going to be a lot of still purging to do with love, which we spoke about at the start, because remember, both eclipses are going to be in Venus this month too. So really look into what it is that we're letting go of, because I love this. We have Prince of Disc energy coming in. So as we're letting go of some things, we're also bringing in a brand new future. So we have Venus energy with this Taurus, and we will have the Taurus full moon, which will be on the 28th of October. With this, what we also see is the sphere with the cube inside of it. So start to really feel into your reality. See how he's got the chariot with all these little balls and different wishes and things in it. This is almost like these different thought forms that he's gathering. He's getting a full-bodied kind of vision of what it is that he wants for the future, what it is that he's moving towards. And with the chariot, it is an energy of movement too. So with this Prince of Disc, it is about bringing it into the solid and into the earth side of things. So there's a lot of letting go of old emotions and past and things that are coming up. We also see, and remembering, eclipse energy is setting the tone for the next 6 months too. So what it is that you're beginning now, whether it's new habits, self-love practices, various different things, you're setting the tone for the next 6 months. So I'm getting a lot of downloads at the moment to really dress for that future version of self that you want to be in that 6 months time, to do the practices, to do the mindset of who you want to be in that time. We're setting it up now. So you're creating that future vision of yourself or version of yourself now. We also have Knight of Wands energy. Now, you guys know that I don't read the cards traditionally, but Knight of Wands energy for some can mean to kind of like rush in and everything. For me, Spirit calls this my Tony Robbins card, which this means that it's about breaking down old emotional patterns, really looking at why was it that we made those choices? What was it within my psychology? What was it within my past life energy? What was it coming through from other dimensions and timelines that sort of steered me in this direction? We then have the Shaman card come up. So with this energy of Prince of Cups, we see there's expanded heart, emotional awareness. We also see the blue lotus, the medicine that we're bringing into this reality. So there's a lot of kind of like flying above different things at the moment, not getting pulled into things emotionally, but just sort of staying around the surface and almost like an eagle-eye view onto things. So we'll get some clarifiers. I really feel that is the card that cracks the code and unlocks the mystery of this, to kind of view it, but to be a little bit emotionally detached from it, and to really look at how could I steer this this chariot, because we do have 2 chariots here, one being the eagle, but how can we steer this chariot in a better direction? What is it that we could do different this time instead of following the similar patterns? So let's have a look what comes up. And I saw Meg did an amazing video on the astrology for the eclipse. So please check that out if you haven't already. She breaks down, what signs to look out for. I think it was Pluto and Mars around the 21-degree mark, and Libra as well. So I have all 3. So it's like a triple whammy over this eclipse. But if you love change and you can really kind of throw yourself into change, then we know that we always get through things. And we're so lucky to have this beautiful community to support and hold us when we go and shift through change. So I sort of look at it as a little bit more of an exciting challenge of the universe, or, the different planets hitting us with different energy, which is forcing growth. So it's the growth that we embrace. It's the energy for future self that we embrace. And we look back on the things of the past. And yeah, if we can look at growth as a positive thing, it's not so scary. So what we have as advice from Spirit this week is Queen of Swords and the Hierophant. This combination of cards has been coming up in readings at the moment to really get so specifically clear on what it is that we're speaking and creating and calling into the world. It's about liberation. It's about freedom. It's kind of taking the mask off and being that true, raw, authentic version of self. Now, if we're looking at channeling Venus energy through it too, it's about expressing like, your heart's desires, your heart's communication, choosing to put like your heart first and move towards things that light you up, that make you feel, loved and adored. And even if that's with self, doing little spa treatments and things at the moment, really important to get through this eclipse season. We see the Hierophant too. So there's higher communication that Spirit's trying to drip in. We also see this coming in from different versions of reality. So Two of Swords is the card of peace. For me, in my favorite version of the deck, it has a blue lotus right over the heart chakra. So it's always saying to me, look to the inside, look to kind of like the third option that you don't think is perhaps there. But we see at the moment that there might look like it's left or right or black or white, just two options on a mental kind of level. For me, this is about getting deeper, using that moon intuitional energy to look below the surface. We also see the Magician, which for me is also the Magnus. Earth, air, fire, and water are embodied in all of this. For me, this is Neo in the Matrix, of where he's able to kind of see his reality coming towards him, pause, not get too emotionally caught up in things, and fall into the old sort of like Matrix patterns and that. So this is about planting seeds for your future very much this week. So I've even lit gorgeous Elena gave me one of her beautiful candles. I got the air candle. So I've started this week with a lot of just doing things for myself in terms of, with business things and that I have to do in the background, and some other little ideas and things that I'm working on. So I started with the candle ritual, which is such a beautiful way to enter this week with eclipse season and things too. So have a look into if there's anything that you feel guided to do, this week in terms of like setting up something new. It's a really beautiful time to start. Let's just also get some Star Tarot energy. We have the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, and we also have the Lovers. So with this, the Emperor energy is Aries and Jupiter. And for me, this is also like a double Phoenix energy too. So it's about recreating yourself, spreading yourself out to not have to kind of shrink small for other people. We have Five of Disc energy. Now, this can represent stagnancy and different things at the moment. It can also represent to show you what we desire more of. So sometimes when we're stuck in a bit of a Five of Disc energy, which is also an energy of worry, it's an inverted pentagram in some of the other decks, and it can represent where we feel stuck in regards to no movement on a physical level. We also have the Lovers card too, which is Gemini energy. So a few of you could really be stuck in your heads this week. So do things to get out into nature, do things to kind of bypass this stuck feeling with the Lovers energy as well. For some of you, depending on what your astrology is. So check out Meg and Julie's astrology too. But for the Lovers card, this could actually be like a time of reinvention energy. And we have King of Pentacles too for some of you guys. I have also had the Five of Pentacles come up at the moment to do with collective. So for some of you, you guys might be past that already. You might be well and truly on track for what it is that you want in terms of like manifesting, and in terms of future, and in terms of growth, work, love, all of that could be fine for you. But for some, there's an energy of the collective consciousness just in the background. So feel free to kind of like override that program, to not have to get pulled back into that energy. So it could be more people around you or family and friends experiencing Five of Disc energy. Just be careful to not be around it for too long, because you don't want to feel that stuck kind of mud energy. So really tap in to that Lovers card, tap into that higher wisdom and things that we see with that. Quite often it's seen as God or Archangel Michael that's working with the Lovers too. So you can also do that from a higher supportive level, but not to get pulled into it. I'm feeling throat chakra, as you guys can tell, come up around this. So you may need to speak your truth. Oh, I just saw 444. We do have angel energy around with this to do with you speaking your truth. Know that you're loved and supported from those beautiful angelic realms. If you need to say, you know what, I need to kind of step away or step aside at the moment and go and put that energy back into self, get out into nature. So we will pick an oracle card in a second. But I just want to remind you guys to please jump on over and share the love on Beyond Mystic. And yeah, please check out all of the girls and what they're doing with their weekly forecast and the astro decodes, the divine feminine oracles and things at the moment. There is so much happening astrologically. It's really, really good to look across the board. We also have 10% off your next reading with me. So please jump on over to Maison Jupiter and use Beyond Mystic in all caps for your next starseed. Sorry, guys. Starseed reading or mystical oracle reading. Also, we have the Astrology Foundations with Julie and Meg that's just begun. So I did catch the first one, and please register over on the Beyond Mystic Academy. Use the discount code ASTRO15 to get the discount. You'll save 15%, and this will also enable you to tap into the Tarot and Astrology with Janine for free. So it's a really amazing offer that the girls have. And make sure to sign up and register before October 12th, because it will be, it starts October 13th. So we look forward to you guys enjoying that. That is going to be an amazing course that is coming up really soon. I have had a sneak peek and it's really, really good. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. And let's have a look into the Oracle card to finish off this week's reading. And I just want to send so much love to you all. I just love and adore working with you all over here. I feel your energy and blessings come through every week. So I just want to return the love and send you guys big, big hugs. Okay, I'm getting a few. Seems to be a story. Okay, we have abundance. So I feel that there's such a multitude of different things happening right now because I keep getting different sort of some things of what I've said this week will apply to some and other bits will apply to others. So please take what resonates. But we have abundance. We have listening. And this is the Tony Carmine Salerno Love Deck. We have spiritual growth. I actually feel this one strongly coming up for a lot of our Beyond Mystic family. We have miracles and we have answered prayers. So please let me know which card resonated for you guys this week. And I'm sending you lots of love and have a beautiful, amazing lunar eclipse or the new moon eclipse, which will be October 14th for you guys on the other side of the world and October 15th for us over here. And it will be in Libra. All right, enjoy.